Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to White Gaming. How's everybody doing? So we are back again today with some more Generation Zero. And the plan today is pretty simple, it's pretty quick. We're going to be going over a few ways that the assignments could be improved upon. Now, we've had them for a couple of weeks now, and they're a great little touch. They're a great way to pretty much expand your gameplay whilst you're doing your normal day-to-day activities. But they could be better. There are a few things that could be changed, and a few things that could be improved upon. Just a prime example is the way that loot is given. The rewards are given, and if you don't have the space in your inventory, you don't get those rewards. Now, I think there could be a little change or two that make these assignments a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable, especially for the veteran players. So far, from what I see, the assignments are very much tailored to newer players. And as great as that is, bringing something new to the table for the newer guys that are playing, as veterans that have been playing since launch, we want something too. And don't get me wrong, they're great, and they help get that little bit more reward for what you're doing. And they are actually a pretty good way for mainly crafting resources and meds. Now, I've had a few which give ammo, and I'm not really a fan of the ammo. You know, it's great that it gives you that, but nah. Now, if you watched my last video, we did a week's worth of assignments, and the rewards were pretty good. I liked the rewards, and the assignments were pretty good. But once you've done a week's worth, I've been doing them every day since they released, but once you've done a week or two, they seem to start repeating a little bit. Destroy this enemy, or destroy so many of this enemy, or upgrade this clothing item. Now, whilst some of those are easy and the rewards can be quite worth it, especially meds, sometimes I've been getting 5-6 adrenaline shots, and they're quite a good resource. They're something good that you really want. Along with the crafting components, I've had electrolyte, copper, things that normally you'd be dismantling for. So that is good. Things like that should stay. Now, for the assignments I've got whilst doing this video, there's 2 sabotage, which are destroy machines. Pretty simple. 10 hunters, 10 apocalypse class machines, and then for the weekly, destroy 10 harvesters. Now, for these rewards, health items, ammo, and crafting materials. Now, you get XP as well. But if you're a veteran player and you've reached that max level, the XP isn't really worth it. Now, what I think they could have done along with the assignments is increase the level cap a little bit. It is something the community have been asking for since, 6 months after the game launched. Everybody wants that increase level, or the ability to respec skill points, which, you know, that's a different video entirely. Now, for the health items, they're an okay thing. But once again, it's sabotage. That can get pretty repetitive. I'd like to see it maybe head to a location. You know, loot 10 boxes. So loot 10 of these crates. Or loot for a specific item. That would be a really cool feature. So if you can loot 10 of these crates, I'd say probably even 20 or even 50 for a daily. At the moment, they seem very quick, and you can get them done in 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, I could do all of these on Himfal in half an hour tops. Easy. So, we got 2 more hunters to destroy. Now, the problem with the way the rewards are given is pretty simple, in my opinion. One more. There we go. We're still in combat, that'll be right. If you're in combat, it doesn't actually give you the rewards. You have to finish combat. There we go, assignment completed. Oh no, maybe you just have to wait a little bit. Didn't know that. Now, we've been given our rewards, standard first aid kit, and adrenaline shot. Now, it tells you what you've got, which is great. That's a good way of doing it, as long as it's, you know, it's telling you. But my standard first aid kit collection is quite large. Now, unless you know what you had before you did it, you're not going to know what you get. Normally it's about 10, and I got adrenaline shots as well. But once again, I don't know how many I had. So, you know, how many is that? Normally, though, it is about 5. Once you've done a couple and you get to notice, there seems to be a set pattern with it, and then you know what you're actually getting. But I think there is a much better way that they could be doing that. Like giving you the rewards rather than actually depositing them into your inventory, because you pretty much have to set a bunch of space to collect the rewards. Otherwise, yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot a little bit. Now, I think a better way to do that would be pretty simple. Obviously, you head back to your FMTEL station, briefcase, whatever you want to call it, and when you're ready, you can claim the rewards at the actual briefcase. So you come back on, you click the crafted materials, and then accept once, or something along them lines. Which brings me to another point about the FMTEL stations, and just the assignments as a whole. Obviously, we get 2 daily assignments and 1 weekly. I think what would be really cool is getting 5 daily assignments and 5 weeklies, but you get to pick which ones you want to attempt. Or say even 10 daily assignments. So you can pick 5 for the daily and then 5 weekly assignments, and you could pick, 2 for the weekly. Or vice versa. There are a few ways that could be a little bit different. Now, alongside that, I would love to see a little bit more with the challenges. Obviously, we saw the bike one, where you had to ride off of the cliff. I'd like to see a little bit more of an expansion on that. Possibly like bike from one location to the next within so many times, or reach one point to the other. Say, reach this safe house here, the Hastvik safe house to the Lila Hermana safe house without getting off the bike. Something like that could be really, really cool. Or possibly even travelling from one place to another within a time limit. There are lots of little bits that could be changed, because they do now. I'm sort of seeing a pattern. It is all destroy this or upgrade this at a crafting station, and the game has so much more to offer than just those 2 things. And I'd love to see that. Maybe even say dismantle so many weapons. So dismantle 5 melee weapons. And then they could even go even deeper than that. Dismantle 5 gold weapons. Which would bring a lot of people to the point of, okay, now I've got to grind for gold weapons. Or do I take the risk of destroying the gold weapons that I've got now for potentially getting them back in the future just to do the assignment? There's a lot that they could add and a lot that it could be changed. I mean, at the moment, they are great, and they have said it is just a little feature that they're going to expand on, and it will evolve over time. So that is a great sign. If it's going to get better, perfect. No issues with that at all. Now, as well as having the FMTEL briefcases in the bunkers and the locations that they are in, they could give you a region that it's in, or not even a safe house. It could say, head over to this station and activate it, or something along them lines. I know that's a bit of a shot in the dark, and it's completely like out there and random, but, head to this location and find the FMTEL briefcase as a daily, or even a weekly, or find, say, 5 of them. One of my worries was that they were going to add locations and collectibles in, which I'm glad they haven't. But sort of negate that and do something that will benefit all players, not just ones that haven't found the safe houses. That could be an option. Head to this location, this region, and find so many briefcases. Obviously, those briefcases will be gone the next day. They wouldn't be something that you could use to activate the missions. But it would just be something cool and get people looking around. Because I love exploring in this game, but when I've got something to explore for, if I don't have anything to explore for, it can sometimes feel a little bit mundane and a bit like, meh. bit boring. The world is beautiful, and it's a great thing to look at, but it's only great to look at for so long, if that makes sense. Without sort of digging at the game, because the game's great, and I love it. Now, hopefully, there's a little bit of a change in the March update. Obviously, we have had some issues already with the assignments, but that's, that can't be helped. It's teething problems. Every game has them. Everything has them. It's going to happen. And it seems to be that they've ironed them out. I haven't really seen many people complaining. But obviously, in the first few weeks, there were quite a few issues with the upgrade assignments. So, craft some clothing or something like that. But they seem to be ironed out now. I haven't had one of those for the past week or so, which is good news. But is there any ways that you guys think that the assignments could be better? I could go on all day, and I have a little list, which I've covered most of, and I'm going to keep adding to that with different things that I can think of. I was possibly thinking about doing a video on like different assignments and what assignments could be added in the future, and what rewards and things like that. If that's something that you guys are interested in, then let me know in the comments, because yeah. But anyway, I've had my ramble about assignments. It's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will see you on Saturday with some more Generation Zero. Peace.